Zoya, your thoughts, please. What do we expect from Dahaad?
What can you expect from Dahaad? I think you can expect something gritty, something different from our coming of age usual fare. I think we like, Rima and me particularly want to dabble in every genre. And we have touched thriller together, Ritesh, Rima and me with Talash. This is our second outing with a crime thriller, and we are very, very excited about it because it's got its own tone, and it's layered. It says a lot of things that with women that we want to touch on, and it's got an amazing cast, and it's beautifully, beautifully crafted by Rima and Ruchika. And also, I think we really like collaborating with Amazon. I think Aparna Purohit is easily the sharpest mind on streaming. So yeah, I think so. So for us, it's always it always makes our work better.
सारे अच्छे ग्रीन पहन के आए हैं, बस ये एक आदमी
वाले ग्रीन पहन के।
For a change, he's not asked to smile, he's smiling himself.
I will really refuse to ask anybody to smile from here on.
हमारी बड़ी तमन्ना थी कि आपकी स्माइल देखने को मिलेगा।
Hey, you know, before I ask them a question, I think we should get Vijay to do that smile bit live here, right? We've seen that on screen, but I think live. एक बार वो हमारे लिए वो करता ना वो smile वाला।
बड़ा मजा आ रहा है तेरे को, हाँ? मनोज, बहुत मजा आया। चुटकुला सुनाया उसने, गुलशन ने।
यार इनकी तमन्ना पूरी कर दो।
Smile.
Sonakshi, starting with you and and Vijay, can you tell us about Dahaad and your experience while working on it?
I think hands down this has been one of the best experiences for me as an actor. I've said this to Zoya and Rima. In fact, when they came to narrate the story to me, I didn't take any sort of time. I didn't say I'll get back to you, send me the script. There and then on the table, I was like, I have to play this role. It's that powerful. It's that. It's just so satisfying as an actor to be able to portray such strong female personas on screen. And I was really looking for that. So thank you, Zoya and Rima, where are you? There. For thinking of me for Anjali Bhati. And of course, working with this entire team has been fantastic. So as an experience, it is just the best.
And as passionately spoke each and every word, I would say you did absolute justice to what we've seen in the trailer.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to it. Vijay, your experience.
I mean, I'd worked with Zoya and Rima on Gully Boy, and then I worked with Excel on Mirzapur. So I was excited to get something else with them, and in comes Dahaad, and I was absolutely floored by what I read and by the character and the entire story. And I wanted to go back to, as they say, I'm a spaceship, and that's my mothership sitting there. So I like to work with them. So whatever. So it's just simple. Like I like going there, shooting with them, doing work with them. That's it.
And your honesty and love to the craft is visible on screen. So wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
So Sonakshi, 13 years back you made your debut with Dabang, where, the Salman's portrayal of a cop, I mean, it changed everything. And with Dahaad now, do you think life has come a complete circle? That's number one.
Yeah, I mean, why should boys have all the fun, right? And I think it's about time, we started representing more real women, strong women on screen. There's so many stories to be told, like I said earlier. And this was just one such story which came to me, which I think I got really lucky with this one. As an actor, very rarely you get come by these roles that just hit you bang in the face and you're like, you have to do it. So this was one such role. And yeah, I think as a cop, I think it's very different from the Chulbul Pandey you're talking about. Like ma'am said, she's very real, she's very raw, she's very, she knows what she's doing and she knows what she wants. She's going to get justice no matter what it takes. She's that kind of a woman, and it was really my honor to be able to play her on screen.
So how was it getting into the layers of that character? Because you have beautifully portrayed it on the screen, और हम सब ने believe कर लिया है कि आधा character आपका शायद simple सा है, but उसके पीछे की जो layers आप अभी डालने वाले और जो हमें दिखने वाली है in future, how did you get into the skin of this character?
I'm playing a very nice person who is a Hindi teacher, who is also a philanthropist, takes classes for underprivileged kids, and it's what we've shown right now, and I want to talk about what has been shown, and I wanted to bring in a certain kind of authenticity and niceness, so I played that, and Rima helped me in preparing this part.
So how do you make sure that it's a unique, smooth blend and not a mishmash of everything? What's the formula and process to do that?
I think, every story has its own integrity. And I think if you stay true to that, if you stay honest to the characters you're creating and the journey of those characters, if you stay honest to that and don't try to do this also and try to do that also and please this one also and please that. I think if you're honest and you stick with that, you create a world and you create an authenticity. The challenge at the end of the day is whatever your genre is to make an audience feel something. They need to feel something. They need to resonate. That feeling could be anything. It could be amusement. It could be pathos. It could be a reflection of their life in them. Whatever. They need to feel something. I think that's the biggest challenge. And I think the only tool you have besides a narrative arc that's interesting is to be honest with your work.
So Dahaad has become the first Indian series to be showcased at Berlinale. Okay. And can you tell us more about the Indian originals that are faring globally?
Yes. First of all, can we all have another round of applause for Dahaad, making it be the first Indian original to be showcased at the Berlinale? It is, and to me, I think your question kind of had the answer within it. Indian content is doing exceptionally well. I think broadly, Indian stories they're having a moment on the global entertaining landscape as we speak right now. And Dahaad is a really good example of it. And I think the world is truly embracing and applauding the amazing stories that are coming out of the country, across a variety of genres and across a variety of cultures, really. And we see our role as Prime Video as being an enabler of, making sure those stories find a global audience, across more than 240 countries and territories. More than a quarter, more than 25% of viewership of our Indian originals actually comes from outside the country. So that's telling you a little about how our stories are really finding a global audience more and more. And that number has only been going up.
Gulshan here, hi. So my question is to you, whenever we see you on screen in any project, you always manage to charm us in some way or the other. Now when a show like this comes your way where the cast is so fantastic, it's an ensemble cast, on an individual level, how do you manage to stand out your arc?
I don't try to stand out. I really don't think that way at all. But, sometimes people have this, I do use it to sort of do a little bit of business. People think I'm a really good actor. So I do deals with them कि मैं थोड़ा कम acting करूँगा, आप अच्छे लगोगे तो पैसे दे दो इधर, मतलब 25-30 लाख I usually charge. Per scene. Yeah, I told you I'm very rich. I don't really everything is about the stories, about the scene, who you're working with. One person can't make a scene work. There's a lot of people who are behind the camera, who are facing the camera. There are co-actors, there are technicians. All of us put our efforts together to make a scene work, and then that scene flows into another scene and another, and the story is told. I don't really care about trying to standing out. I want to just be as honest as possible and give my best on that day, and sometimes you can't, but that's okay. But that's all I try. And if people think that my work is good, I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. But I think the trick is to not try too hard to stand out and just be honest and truthful and work with your colleagues.
What about your directorial abilities?
Yeah, I'm D4. I'm credited as D4 also for this. That's Director 4.
He was nicknamed Director 4 on the project.
I was in charge of teaching extras how to play dead.
Sonakshi, first of all, I have to say you are amazing in the trailer, and we can see there's a lot of action, accent, a lot of things happening around. I would like to know how did you prep for this character and what all went into it? And do you have to take any special training to portray this character right?
I think I was born to play this character. I think I was just, like I said, I was just waiting for this character to come to me, and when it did, I just kind of got into it like without any hoo-ha, hullabaloo, nothing of that sort. I think I had to look a certain way. I had to, and honestly, genuinely, when that uniform comes on, na, आदमी की चाल बदल जाती है. Like you just start walking straighter. You just get hard. Like I was a hard chick, man. It was unreal. I can't tell you the power of that uniform. It's the first time that I've played a character of a cop. I had to learn how to ride a bike, which I ended up loving so much that I bought myself a bike after the show, and now my mom is very worried because I just take it out in the night and go. Yeah, so I think that was really a new experience and a very fun experience for me to learn how to ride the bike. Of course, the dialect was very different. What we've all spoken in the show, that was something new that I learned and we had to prepare for. So yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience as an actor. I got to learn a lot, and yeah, I think as a role, I was born to play this role.